So the number one muscle that you need to train in order to get jacked or just have an incredible transformation, it's actually not built in the gym. And I feel that this is something that influencers don't talk about enough. They mention self-discipline, they mention consistency, they mention delayed gratification. Then like, okay, great, what? Like I've heard this concept like a million times while listening to this kind of stuff for a decade, but like just by you telling me that I need to be disciplined is not going to make me disciplined if I'm an undisciplined person. So like what's exactly the practical stuff that we need to do? And this is something that Eliud Kipchoge, who is the greatest marathon runner alive, also talks about in one of his podcasts, and he calls it vitamin N. Like, vitamin N, what is vitamin N? Like, is it a supplement? Like, is it a magic supplement that I can take so things are going to work out finally? And then he explains that when he talks about vitamin N, N stands for no. Having the ability to say no. It's like, wow, okay. The moment he said that immediately triggered me at least a little bit, because saying no to things can be scary sometimes, especially when you are addicted to something. And most of us are actually addicted to cheap dopamine, whether it's like, like a quick scrolling here and there, or one more puff from the vape before going to the gym or right after the gym. I'm going to take that cookie, or yes, I'm going to still say yes to people who I know that they drain my energy for whatever reason. Maybe this is how I grew up, this is how I'm conditioned, I don't know. You can answer that question to yourself, why it's difficult for you to say no. But without having the ability to say no, without having that muscle to say no, because this is a muscle, it needs to be trained. And the more you practice it, the easier it's going to become. The more reps you put in saying no, actually, the bigger your no muscle is going to get. And the reason why this is so important is because this is essentially the foundation for self-discipline, consistency, delayed gratification. Because this is how you are able to separate the things that you are going to have in your life and you are not going to choose to have in your life. This is how you are making a bet on yourself, and this is how you say yes to your future self in order to accomplish those goals that you have set out for yourself. This is how you set boundaries, and this is how you signal to the world around you that you are focused on something that's really important to you, and this is the rules that you play by. And you have to love those goals enough to even let people be disappointed in your boundaries. And sometimes that means that that person who is going to be disappointed is going to be your current self, because that's why you also would like to change. That's why you would like to transform something in your life. So it means that the current version of yourself is not going to be the same version you are going to become. So the two versions of yourself are going to be fighting. So knowing exactly what you would like to have, set those priorities, and train that muscle to say no is what's actually going to get you where you would like to get. So if you haven't been training this muscle, consider start training today, because it's not going to get any easier by just procrastinating and not start doing it. In fact, it's going to be exactly the opposite, because the more time is passed, the stronger the conditioning is, the stronger the program is, it's going to be harder to get rid of that and rewrite that. So start now, start practicing. And if you have been doing this, then please let us know how it has been going. What have you learned? What are the things that you can also share with me and for the rest of the group that we can learn from? Oh, and if you like this video, consider subscribing for more tiny changes to change your life.